All right, Sagittarius or cross watcher, you can also reverse this if you need to. I don't want to be like fairy tale here, and if you are new here, I'll go ahead and tell you I'm not usually that way. In fact, I myself am single. I've been single a long time, and I might die that way willingly. But so that should tell you right now where I come from. That should tell you. But I gotta tell you that I'm going to carry this portion of the video over from Scorpio. So you could be maybe you're Scorpio watching this. I don't know. Maybe you're connected to Scorpio somehow. Scorpio is strongly energy around you. Maybe you had a scorpion before. I used to have a scorpion, pet scorpion. His name was Fluffy. Yep, sure did. Had a lot of pets, and he was one of my favorites. He was just so cute. He glowed in the dark, neon green. There's that color again. Maybe you're connected to a Leo. I had a dream about Leo the other night, and I picked up on neon green and neon yellow. Those colors may be significant here. Anyway, yeah, so I told Scorpio just now in a video that I had a dream last night about going, well, it seemed like a date, like going on a date with this man, and he was very handsome, and it seemed to be like one of our first dates together, but instead it looked like I was at his house. And I've never done this in my waking real life. I've never done this with someone that I'm dating, like just dating, not someone that I've been with for a while. Yeah, but like a new date, no. Anyway, he was cooking for me. We were kind of cooking together in the kitchen, like I was cutting things up, and he put things in the skillet. He had a really nice skillet and very nice home. He even had like real plants, like he grew his own plants. He had thyme, he had oregano, he had all kinds of shit right there on his counter. He grew his own herbs. And he picked them off from there and put it in the pot. He put thyme in the pot. Rosemary and thyme. There's a song about that. It's not coming to me right now, and I don't want to get off track. But anyway, fresh herbs and spices into the pot. And he had chickpeas and water chestnuts for sure in there. It was like a vegetarian type dish, it looked like, with onions and olive oil. It was so fucking delicious. Like, it's making me hungry thinking about it. Anyway, yeah, we were cooking together, and so for some reason I was sitting here thinking about you before I started your video, and that popped in my head again. Like, I'm thinking about my dream, and it feels a bit like fantasy, but no, it's not. I feel like some of you here, you and another person are going to 100%. It's just like, when it's there, it's there. When it's right, it's right. When you know, you know. It's like that, right? If you're already with somebody, that's how it was when you guys met. If you haven't met this person yet, that's how it's going to be. Now, I'm not talking about like love bombing type situations. I'm not talking about, you know, where it ends up being like, we fuck really fast. Do you hear that loud ass truck? We fuck really fast and it's blah, blah, blah. Like, was that fucking necessary? I'm not talking about the ones that disappoint you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you know, you know. When it's right, it's right. When it's there, it's there. This is exactly how this love is going to be if it's not already for you. It feels new to me though. It feels very, very, very new to me, or it feels like something that's coming around, like we're strengthening our relationship, or we're coming back together after a period of not being together. You know, something here. But for the majority, it feels new. It feels like it's one of those things where you just kind of, I don't know, like you can't help what you feel. I say this all the time. You can help what you do, but you can't help who you love. You can't help who you love, and you can't help what you feel. Love is love. And that is some real shit right there. And, you know, when you know, you just kind of know. When it's there, it's there. So anyway, I was dreaming last night about this man. I don't know the man. He was just in my dream, and he looked like a dream too. I was like, damn. And the way he was treating me was just, nothing else existed at that time. It was just he and I in the dream in the kitchen, and he was treating me like a fucking goddess. And then I woke up. But I don't think that's gonna happen here. It feels real. You know, it actually even feels mature. It feels mature. It feels like two people who get together after both of them have been single for a while, or at least one of them has, or after these are people who've lived life. They may have even had some divorces under their belt. Maybe these are people who I don't know. just been a while alone. Older. I feel like these are older people, like 30s and above. I mean, I guess the age doesn't really matter here, but just feels like a very mature individual. Two mature individuals. I can see 3 scenarios here. I can see a relationship continuing to go on, like we're gonna work it out. We're gonna make this work out, and things are getting better after a period of maybe it being rough. Maybe the roughness was just health issues. I don't know, but it's like we're getting back on track. We're stronger than ever. I love you, baby. It's like that, okay? I feel a marriage or a relationship that's going to get stronger. Maybe even a vacation taken that will help the two of you. I feel a family coming back together. Honestly, I do feel that. I feel strongly. I don't know why I don't want to use the word reconciliation here. I don't know why, but I'm not going to use it. For some reason, they're telling me don't do it. But I feel reconnecting. Yeah, healing a family connection or a love connection. Maybe even reconnecting with someone that you've known, I don't know, since childhood or something. Maybe someone you couldn't really have anything with because you were in a relationship at the time, but now you're no longer in it. I don't know, vice versa. A lot of you, this is new. I mean, it could be a complete, just like, boom, love at first sight. I mean, people don't like saying that. People don't like hearing that. I do believe in love at first sight. I'm adopted. Of course I believe in love at first sight. We've talked about that also before, but if you're new here, yeah, I believe in love at first sight. I believe you can look at a child just like my parents did me, and they were like, I love her. That's my daughter. I didn't have to create her from love. I didn't have to, have her with my partner. She doesn't have to look like me for me to love her as if she's my own. I love her. I would die for that child. That's my child. I know that's my child. Okay, that's how my mom says she felt about me. She always tells me that, and so I do. There you go, love at first sight. I mean, it doesn't have to be romantic, It's just something like you. God, this sounds so. I almost hate doing this message because it goes against everything that life has taught me to be. And maybe that's a me problem, because I feel wrong saying it. Like I was about to say, you complete me. Like, ew. Who, ugh. What the fuck? What is this, Jerry Maguire? Tom, what's his name? See, I don't even, Cruise. Yeah, something to do with travel or traveling or something. I don't know. But what I do know is I can't help how I feel in this message, and it feels like real fucking love. And I get that a lot for Sagittarius. I do get it a lot. I feel it. I mean, I feel some rough things as well, but you guys have so much romance. Like you got some, I don't know what this is. It's very hard to like put words to you, honestly. I don't know. But yeah, there's just something about you. And it could even be like, well, love at first sight. Or even maybe someone's seen you before, but it never clicked to them that you could be the one, and then they happen to like stumble on you again after years of not seeing you, and they're like, oh my god, it's her. Oh my god, it's him. Or maybe it's someone just looking at their partner that they've been with forever, and they're like, no, I really do love you. It could be anything. But it feels strong to me. This whole message feels, I just spit actually. This whole message feels positive. It feels loving. I'm actually freezing though. I'm really cold. It almost feels like something here has gone cold at some point in time. Could have just been your heart, right? Like mine. Could have been both of your hearts, This would be like, imagine if you meet someone or y'all reconnect after a long time of disconnecting from each other or whatever, This could even be like a high school sweetheart, a college sweetheart, we once worked together and now we're like reconnecting, we're seeing each other again for the first time in a while, and you see each other in a different light now than you did before. And it's like, hi. Long time no see, long time no talk, how are you, type thing. You catch up with each other and you realize, oh my god, Like, I did love you this whole time. And if it's new and it's a complete stranger, it's one of those things where you just kind of, it's an immediate spark or something, you know what I mean? Like, you just kind of get each other. And I guess it doesn't have to be romantic, you know, this could be a friend. This could just be someone that fucking loves you. You know, when you have that just connection, you have that spark, you just kind of have that kindred spirit, whether it's like as a friend or something like that. Okay, I've got to tell you the story. I haven't told anyone this story yet, and I was going to save it for a Libra message. Maybe this is the Libra connection here, or it has something to do with, maybe, I don't know. Somebody was married at one point, isn't now, hopefully not. Everything that Libra can represent. But let's talk. So I was going to possibly mention this in a Libra message, but I hadn't decided to do it yet, and this happened like 2 weeks ago. But I'm not going to get too into it because, one, I'm really cold right now, and two, the timer already went off. So, but I guess we saved it for you, my love. I went with my mom to get air in my tires. My tires, the little tire pressure sensor fault thing came on, and yeah, so my mom, I was like, will you ride with me? And I specifically told her I wanted her to ride with me because I don't want to go by myself. I mean, I don't want to sit there and put air in my tires and like I'm not watching my back. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are fucking nuts out here in this world. You got to watch your ass. So yeah, so my mom went with me, and I get there, pull up to the little air pump thing, and I couldn't have chose a worse gas station ever, okay? Because the fucking air thing probably was one of the first ones ever created. Yeah, it doesn't even take cards. So I had to scrounge to get change out of my car, and I barely had enough, like barely had enough. It only took quarters, mind you. Only took quarters. I had plenty of dimes and nickels and shit, but did it take those? No. It only took quarters. Yeah, but I had it. It was $1.50. So I scrounged up $1.50, which I think it's more expensive on newer machines, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think it takes the ones that take cards. Anyways, and yeah, so I sat there and talked to my mom for a minute. We were talking about something before I got out of the car. Plus, at the meantime, I was looking for all this fucking change. And I see this guy pull up to a gas pump near me, like on the opposite side, right? But I could see him and he could see me. And I just looked, and like I'm noticing my surroundings, innocent. I'm just looking at my surroundings. I notice him and I look down. I'm still continuing to look for my change. My mom's a Leo, okay? She's another fire sign. She's one of our sisters. And Leos are very fucking observant, I tell you. Like, very. I'm observant. You're probably observant. And again, you don't have to be a fire sign watching this, but Leos, let me tell you, Leos and Virgos are two of the most, in my opinion, and Scorpios, very fucking observant. And so my mom was like, that guy is looking at you. And I was like, okay, it's fine, Mom. It's fine. It's whatever. He's probably just looking. Because I figured he was just pumping his gas, genuinely just looking out. Most people do. Most people who are pumping their gas just kind of examine their area, right? I mean, most people aren't on their phone when they're pumping gas. He was just looking around. No, he wasn't. She's right. Your mom was always right. Not always, but a lot of times our mamas are right. Mine is. So anyway, I get out and I go put the coins in, and he didn't even give me a minute. He goes, do you need help with that? And I was like, nope, I got it. Because I was honestly, I gotta be honest, I was kind of in a shitty mood that day. At that moment, not the day. The whole day was fine, but it was right before that. And then my fucking tire having low air, I was like, I'm not in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be rude, but don't fuck with me. So, anyways, I was putting the quarters in, and I was like, nope, I've got it. And he was like, okay. And then he waited a minute, and I had sunglasses on, and I just kind of looked at him, and I smiled a little because I didn't want him to think I was being a bitch. And then he goes, you sure about that? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. And I said it just like that, like kind of stupid. And then he was like, he kept staring at me, and then so I pulled a little thingy to go put the air in my tire, but I realized, because this bitch is fucking old. It's literally like one of the first machines ever made. I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you right now, it was like, it looked like, I was shocked air even came out of this bitch. You know what I mean? It looked old as shit. It looked like it should have already been retired. There's like a handle, like a little knob thing on it. I've never used one of these, mind you, so I couldn't figure it out, okay? Couldn't figure it out. So then I had to humble myself and tell him, yes, sir, I do need your help. After all, looks like I'll take you up on that offer, sir. So yeah, so I turned around and I was like, actually, yeah, please, thank you, I'm sorry. And he put his thing in his car, and they came over there to me, starts putting it in my tires, and then he was like reading the numbers on the tire, and he was like, oh, okay, this is how much air your tire takes. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you didn't know that? And I was like, no. I don't ever fucking pay attention to that. I'm a fucking girl. I mean, some girls are smarter than me. I don't give a fuck. Listen, literally, I use the other side of my brain, okay? I'm creative. I'm like, I guess you could call me a type of artist. I'm fucking weird, man. I don't like numbers. Numbers are not, when I see numbers, I shut my head off. My head shuts off. The eyes shut off. Even if I'm looking right at it, my mind goes somewhere else immediately. It's like a complete turn off, seriously. It's like when I see ticks. It's like a defense mechanism. I'm just like, I don't see it. It's not there. That's how I feel about numbers. I'm not kidding you. I'm not being funny. I'm being dead serious. So yes, I've seen numbers on the tire, but do you think I fucking knew what they meant? Hell no. I just put air in the tire thingy until it looks like, oh, it's probably okay. And then I drive with it. He was like, oh, it looks like your tires are going to need change pretty soon. They're kind of getting like, I forget what the fucking word he said. He obviously knew his shit, okay? Plus, I thought that was very attractive. I was like, that is so nice. Like, I think that's so, I mean, there's not a lot of guys like that in the world. There's really not. They don't make men like that anymore. There's a few, Rilla, there's a few, but just not a lot. Anyways, and so he goes to my next tire, and then I said, oh, he asked if I lived there, and I was like, no, I don't live here. I'm just traveling. I'm visiting my mom because my daughter is getting her license tomorrow. And he goes, license? He was like, oh, and I could tell his face, like his face said everything. And I was like, yeah, do you have kids? And he was like, no, I don't have kids. I'm 26. I'm about to be 26. He was like, my birthday is coming up. And I said, oh, are you a Virgo? Happy birthday. And because, it's Virgo season right now when I'm recording this. And he was like, no, I think I'm a Libra. It's at the end. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, my dad's a Libra. And then I said, well, I'm 36. And he was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, I'm basically your mother. So then he looked even more uncomfortable, right? And I was like, oh, okay, let's just keep going, now that we already got acquainted here, yeah, I'm basically your mom. What's up, son? And so then I said something like, I said, I really want to thank you for doing this for me. You didn't have to do this. It's nice that I didn't have to get out there and do it. I said, that's why I brought my mom, because I didn't want to be out here by myself and like some weirdo try to throw me in the back of the van and fucking have his way with me or something and cut me in little pieces. And he looked really scared at this point. Like his face changed so many times. He had lots of expressions. And this one was the most like, wow, she just said that. And I was like, yeah, I said it. And then he was like, nope, I didn't. I said, so thank you for not murdering me. And he's like, you're welcome. And he kind of laughed. I think at that point he thought I was funny because he might not have known how to take me at first, How I am with you guys, I'm like this in public unless I'm very quiet. See, he's the one that came over to me. And then, well, I had to ask him at the end of it. But initially, he approached me. I was going to say, hell no, and I did. Anyways, so after that, I said, yeah, that's the problem with the world. Most people are murderers out there, so I can't even do things I want to do. Can't go hiking, can't do most things because I'm scared I'm going to, die, end up missing. And he was just like, he looked, well, he'll get it. If he ever has a daughter one day, he'll know what I mean. He'll be very protective. He'll see this world's fucked up. I mean, it's just fucked up. That's what it is. You want me to like sugarcoat it for you? It's fucked up. You could have been a murderer. Then I go, or if people aren't murderers that do things like this, usually they're married. And I looked him right in his fucking eyes. And I go, you're not married, are you? And he was like, cleared his throat, grabbed his cord thing that he was putting the air in my tires. And he goes, I'm not married, but I'm engaged. And I was like, oh, well, that's okay. I was like, you were just helping an old lady out. I was like, well, thank you, bye. And I go get in my bitch ass car and I leave that bitch. And let me tell you, but that was so sweet. I was like, oh, that was so nice. Oh, hopefully I taught him a lesson. I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with him helping me. My dad helps ladies. If he sees little old ladies pulled over on the side, or any woman, he helps her. If he sees, my dad's very chivalrous. My dad's a Libra. They're known to be very chivalrous. There's not enough men that are chivalrous like that anymore. I feel like you should help a woman if you see her needing help. But, these days it's scary if a woman sees you asking her for help because she doesn't know what you're going to do with her. Now, I don't know his intentions, and I don't want to speculate. He definitely didn't volunteer that information. I had to ask him. And also, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. As soon as I knew he was 26, that's a hell fucking no, honey. I am literally your auntie. Or your grandmother. Or your mom. I mean, I'm just, no. Hell no. I mean, but thank you anyway. I mean, I still thought it was sweet. I still thought, wow, you didn't have to do this. So I say all that to say, some of you, it's going to be instant like that. Like, the instant drawn to one another, how he was with me, until of course I found out the information. But I mean, if you don't dig, you'll never know. So this is all about whatever sparks up here in the near future. Ask the questions, and also pay attention to what you have to ask that they don't volunteer, that they probably should have volunteered. I'm not saying go look for problems. I'm not saying be cynical. I'm not saying assume that everyone's out there to throw you into a van and hurt you, or that they're all married and they're lying about it and they're still legally tied together. But definitely ask the questions, and definitely pay attention to what they don't volunteer, because withholding information is the same thing as lying. But I don't really feel any deception here. I've got to be honest with you. This feels like a real mature, solid connection, either staying together, coming back together after a period of time, or maybe, you know, like reconnecting, or getting together in general. Even if it's new now, it doesn't mean y'all haven't met before and that y'all didn't know each other or of each other. But it could be entirely two strangers. It feels real, it feels intense, it feels strong. I think you're going to have a beautiful relationship. If you already have one with this person, I think you're going to continue to have a beautiful relationship. That's for those of you who are working something out, of course. Now, some of you could be leaving someone and going to someone new. You don't need a long period of being isolated because you're old enough to know what you want and what you don't want anymore. That's also the case. Emphasis on the color emerald, because I'm looking at my camera. I was not going to say camera. I'm looking at this candle right here. And it says emerald, although it's a blue candle, so. And emerald is my favorite color. But yeah, that's drawing me to it. Also mermaids, something to do with mermaid. When I look at the word emerald, for some reason I see mermaid. Or even something to do with stage, acting, characters, movies. Because also when I look at emerald, I see marmalade, and I see like Moulin Rouge, or like burlesque, even dancing, dancers, entertainment, let's say that. Entertainment. Maybe even someone lives near the coast, because the candle's called Emerald Coast Scented Candle. Love scents, love candles, love infusions. But yeah, it's blue, not emerald. So yeah. It says juicy pineapple, tart lemon, and fresh citrus. Yeah. So I don't know. That took my attention just now. This feels intense. It's an immediate attraction. I think you and this person will be attracted to each other. Yeah, was he handsome? Absolutely, but he's my kid. I mean, ew. You know what I mean? And he's not my kid. He's a stranger, but he's 26. Come on now. The fuck? I mean, when I was 26, I was still an alcoholic. You know what I mean? I mean, the age thing, I can't do that. You know, to each their own. I mean, he's an adult, but that's a no, and he's taken. So, anyway, yeah, I was just kind of like, but thank you anyway. Thank you for showing me there's nice men out there. I mean, I already know a few of really genuinely nice men. My dad's one of them. But, you know, there's just not many anymore out there that are genuine and that would do that for a woman without wanting something in return. And again, I don't know his intentions, but I feel like whoever you encounter has genuine intentions. And, or whoever you get with, whoever you are with. Think back about my dream I was talking about. I mean, the guy treated me so well, so nice. He was cooking for me. We were cooking together, but more so he was doing all of it. And I'm pretty sure I was at his place and he was treating me like a woman. Treating me like a lady. This is someone who's going to know how to treat a woman like a lady. Treat their partner how they want to be treated, how they deserve to be treated. Treat them with kindness and respect, and spoil them, love them, nurture them. I'm hearing exalt them. It feels, honestly, coming from someone who knows that true love is rare on this planet, I mean, it is. It's rare. And knows that true love can look like anything. It doesn't have to mean you're married or you get married or whatever, or you claim it. I think this is going to be true love, or it already is. I think this is true. I feel it. Out of all the messages I've done, this feels like the truest love. Yeah. Feels really nice, actually. It's almost like getting a second chance in life. This could even be someone's second really serious relationship, or second, I don't know. But I'm going to leave it there. I'm really cold. I'm freezing. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.